Ever pondered about what makes you you? The answer lies within the intricate world of genetics and DNA. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is a molecule that carries the codes of life. Think of it as an intricate spiraling ladder, a double helix, with each rung playing a crucial role in defining who you are. This structure is not just beautiful, but also ingeniously functional. It's a masterpiece of nature that carries the genetic information that shapes us. From the color of our eyes to our susceptibility to certain diseases. The rungs of this DNA ladder are composed of pairs of molecules known as bases. There are 4 types of these bases: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine, or as they're better known, A, T, C, and G. The way these bases pair up, A with T and C with G, form the unique genetic codes that make us distinct. Now let's delve a little deeper into the DNA. Segments of this DNA string, known as genes, carry the instructions for the formation of molecules called proteins. Proteins are the workhorses of the body. They build our tissues, they carry oxygen in our blood, they fight off invaders, and they perform a myriad of other functions. Each gene holds the instruction manual for a specific protein, orchestrating the symphony of life within us. But DNA is not just about proteins. It's also about inheritance. When cells divide, they pass on this genetic blueprint to their offspring, thus ensuring the continuity of life. This is how traits are passed on from generation to generation, and this is how life evolves. So we see that DNA is a marvel, a complex and elegant mechanism that carries the codes of life. It determines our traits, instructs the formation of proteins, and ensures the continuity of life. So DNA forms the blueprint of life, but what happens when we start tinkering with this blueprint? If you're intrigued by world of DNA and genetics, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more fascinating insights. Imagine if we could edit DNA just like a text document, changing parts we don't like, or adding new features. Welcome to the world of genetic engineering. We are living in an era where this is becoming more than just a whimsical thought. Genetic engineering, simply put, is the science of modifying the genetic material of an organism. It's like a biological cut-and-paste tool, allowing us to shuffle around genetic information, or even insert new code altogether. This power to edit life has opened up a myriad of possibilities, from creating disease-resistant crops to developing gene therapies for incurable diseases. Imagine a world where farmers can grow crops that are immune to pests and adverse weather conditions. This could mean an end to food scarcity and famine in parts of the world where these issues are prevalent. The potential applications of genetic engineering don't stop at agriculture. In the realm of medicine, it's revolutionizing the way we approach disease treatment. Through gene therapy, we can potentially treat genetic disorders at their root cause by replacing or repairing faulty genes. Imagine being able to cure inherited diseases, or even prevent them before birth. The implications are staggering. But let's not forget about the world of biotechnology, where genetic engineering is enabling the production of biofuels, bioplastics, and even biopharmaceuticals. The ability to manipulate the genetic code of microorganisms has given rise to a new era of sustainable and green technologies. As you can see, the power to edit life is a game changer. However, it's not all rosy. With great power comes great responsibility. Genetic engineering is like a double-edged sword. While it holds the promise of solving some of the world's biggest challenges, it also presents its own set of ethical and practical hurdles. Incredible as it sounds, the power to edit life comes with its own set of challenges. With great power comes great responsibility. As we unlock the secrets of DNA, we also unlock a Pandora's box of ethical dilemmas. First up is the issue of genetic discrimination. As genetic testing becomes more prevalent, there's a growing concern that individuals could be discriminated against based on their genetic information. Imagine, for instance, being denied insurance or employment because your genes suggest you might develop a costly disease in the future. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Then, there's the concept of designer babies. With advancements in technology, parents may soon have the ability to pick and choose their child's traits, from eye color to intelligence. This raises a whole host of ethical questions. What does it mean for the concept of individuality? Could it lead to a society where certain traits are favored and others are eradicated? Furthermore, we must consider the potential risks of genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, to the environment. While GMOs can offer benefits such as increased crop yields and disease resistance, there's still much we don't know about their long-term impacts. Could they, for instance, harm non-target species or lead to a loss of biodiversity? And finally, there's the question of access. If only the wealthy can afford genetic enhancements, Could this lead to a new form of inequality, with a genetically enhanced elite ruling over those who couldn't afford such modifications? These are not easy questions to answer. They require careful thought, robust debate, and a deep understanding of both the science and the potential societal implications. It's a delicate balancing act between harnessing the power of genetic engineering for good and ensuring that we don't inadvertently open the door to a dystopian future. So, as we stand on the brink of this new genetic age, we must tread carefully, with our eyes wide open to both the possibilities and the pitfalls. As we grapple with these issues, it's clear that the debate on genetic engineering is far from over. As we stand on the brink of a genetic revolution, it's worth pondering, what does the future hold for genetics? This question is not just for the scientists in lab coats, but for all of us. Because the future of genetics will affect us all, from the food we eat to the way we treat diseases. One emerging field that's particularly exciting is epigenetics. This is the study of how our environments and lifestyles can actually change the way our genes work. Imagine being able to influence your own genetic expression simply by changing your diet or reducing your stress levels. That's the potential power of epigenetics. Another fascinating development is the concept of gene drives. These are genetic systems that increase the chance of a particular trait being passed on to future generations. Gene drives could potentially be used to wipe out harmful species, like disease-carrying mosquitoes, or to spread beneficial traits through a population rapidly. The future of genetics also holds immense promise for personalized medicine. By understanding a person's unique genetic makeup, doctors could tailor treatments to the individual, increasing their effectiveness and reducing side effects. Imagine a world where the trial and error approach to prescribing medication is a thing of the past. On the agricultural front, improved crop yields through genetic modification could help address the world's growing food needs. By making crops more resistant to pests, diseases, and adverse weather conditions, we could feed more people with less land. And perhaps the most tantalizing prospect of all is the potential eradication of genetic diseases. By editing out harmful mutations, we could prevent conditions like cystic fibrosis and Huntington's disease from being passed on to future generations. But with all this potential comes a responsibility. As we unlock the secrets of our own genetic code, we must consider the ethical implications. How do we balance the potential benefits with the risks? How do we ensure that these technologies are used for the benefit of all, not just the privileged few? The future of genetics holds immense promise, but it also demands careful consideration and responsible action. Embracing this future means not just celebrating the incredible scientific advances, but also grappling with the profound ethical questions they raise. As we've explored today, the world of genetics is as fascinating as it is complex. A realm where the tiny building blocks of life, DNA, hold the keys to our past, our present, and our future. DNA, with its intricate double helix structure, is a blueprint, a guidebook, a map of life as we know it. The twists and turns of this molecular marvel, made of simple nucleotides, are the reason we are who we are. In our journey, we've also discovered the power of genetic engineering. This revolutionary technology allows us to edit life, to change the story written in our genes. Whether it's to cure diseases, enhance crops, or create biofuels, genetic engineering is transforming our world. It's as if we've been handed the pen to rewrite the book of life. But with great power comes great responsibility. The advent of genetic engineering has opened a Pandora's box of ethical dilemmas. How far should we go in manipulating our genes? Should we use this technology to design our babies, to create a perfect human being? These are questions that challenge our understanding of what it means to be human. And then there's the future, a future where genetics could unlock the secrets of aging, help us combat climate change, even take us to the stars. It's a future full of possibilities, but also full of challenges. In the end, the power of genetics is in our hands. It's a tool, a weapon, a gift. How we wield it will shape the future of our planet. It's a conversation we all need to be a part of. So join the conversation, share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Let's explore this brave new world of genetics together. Because the more we know, the better we can navigate the ethical minefield and harness the power of genetics for the good of all. The power of genetics is in our hands. How we wield it will shape the future of our planet. Join the conversation, share your thoughts and questions in the comments below.